You know what I'm saying? But this right here is, it's not a rumor. It's actually facts. You know what I mean? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Willie Silly, man. AKA Mr. Take It Easy for you and up like Beezy. K. Make sure y'all follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Like I said, y'all, we're going to hit 10,000 by the end of this year. I promise you that. By the end of this year, we're going to be at 15,000 out. You know what I mean? Best believe that. You know what I'm saying? Best believe that. You know what I mean? Because they ain't believing me. But God did. You know what I'm saying? So anything, you know, with God possible for sure. So, you know, I believe in the impossible when I got a God that can make them, you know what I mean, impossible possible. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe and got to have faith in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But the Bucks are listening to trade offers for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I told them bust out my AP. Perfect timing. This is definitely perfect timing. Trade deadline is February 5th. You know, it is January 28th as I speak. You know what I'm saying? So do I feel like Giannis will get traded this season? Heck no. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he will get traded this season, but he is a free agent next season. And who you think I feel like he gonna pick? Did you miss me? You know what I'm saying? He's definitely gonna be a Los Angeles Laker. You know, one thing about us, we get who the freak we want to get. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? We get who the freak we want to get. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thought that we can get Luka, but I told them bust out my AP. Perfect timing. Nobody thought that we can get LeBron, but I told them bust out my AP. Perfect timing. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure nobody thought we can get Kareem, but I told them bust out my AP. Perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure they thought we couldn't get them players, because if y'all don't know, we got Shaq. I'm pretty sure they thought we couldn't get Shaq, but I told them bust out my AP. Perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure they thought we couldn't get these players. Ever since the 80s, we've been getting everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we got the pieces for them. You want to talk about pieces? Oh, we got pieces since been pieces, since been pieces, since been pieces. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got pieces. Austin Reeves, DeAndre Ayton, Rui Hachimura. You know what I'm saying? And last but not least, Cardio Gabe. You know what I mean? So, I'm telling y'all, man, if y'all don't know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did the same thing. This would be a coincidence if this is like a Kareem and Magic situation. I'm just keeping real. Kareem wasn't winning with the Bucks. Oscar Robertson, you know what I'm saying? Kareem wasn't winning with the Bucks. He came over to LA. I'm just saying. It's the reason we ain't re-signing LeBron. I'm just saying. It's the reason we ain't re-signed Austin Reeves to that major contract he wanted. I'm just saying. It's the reason. And maybe it comes this season. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying. It's a reason we ain't signed that old bastard, you know what I mean, to $52 million. It's a reason. You know what I mean? Could this be that reason that they seen this coming this season? You know what I'm saying? Could this be the reason? You know what I mean? We just gonna sit back and watch. But if I hear that, y'all know that freaking, y'all know that nervous. I know everybody get nervous at that. I know everybody watching this video gets nervous when they hear that notification. I get nervous. My heart dang near drops when I hear that notification. That's the scariest sound when it comes to a sports fan. Oh, best believe that. That that's the scariest sound when it comes to a sports fan. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what the freak happens. So unpredictable. You know what I mean? But every time that thing hit, every time that notification come up on that phone, I look for Giannis. I'm looking for Giannis now. You know what I mean? And I'm looking for something with them Giants every time. You know what I mean? Trade deadline February 5th. Oh, yeah.
Breaking news out of the NBA where the
oh yeah, you got to come here.
To trade offers for two-time MVP Giannis.
You say, hold on. Hold on. Did you just say he coming to Charlotte? You know he wants to win, right? This is words from Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't just play to get paid. I play for legacy. That's word from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He making money. He getting money, but he ain't winning. So you thinking that you're delusional. You're a delusional bastard. You know what I'm saying? To think that this man gonna come to Charlotte, Gang, you don't even, you know what I'm saying? You don't even have pieces to trade for him. You said Charlotte. You got to give up your star player. He going to be in the position he in at the Bucks. When he come to y'all, Charlotte. You know, he need to team up with Chef Curry. Y'all don't have enough for him. Y'all don't even have enough cap space. You know, you paid Jimmy Butler $121 million. You don't even have the cap space to get him. You know what I mean? You know Jimmy Butler is a top 5. He's the top 5 highest paid player in the league. You know what I'm saying? Top 5 highest paid. He gets paid more than people that's better than him. You know what I mean? But if you think that we're going to let you think we're going to let the goofy out boys get him before we get him? You know what I'm saying? You must be out your damn mind. And why would they trade Jimmy for a young Giannis? Who the freak would take that? They're trying to rebuild, if anything. They want young players, if anything, and we have that. Austin Reeves. Who is a better trade option than Austin Reeves? With Rui Hachimura, who's also young, with the DeAndre Ayton, and we can give you picks. That's literally a starting 5 for you right there. Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, DeAndre Ayton with a couple picks. You could build around that. You know what I'm saying? Giannis, 31, Jimmy Butler, like 37, gang. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Who the freak finna, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, stop talking about all that, what he want to do. I ain't hear Giannis say where he want to go yet. I know he's going frustration, but stop hearing about what Giannis ain't. I'm telling you, I looked at ISO Speed Junk. He ain't say nothing about where he wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? I seen it. You know what I'm saying? He haven't said anything. He didn't say nothing about no Knicks. He didn't say nothing.
MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's
people just making up rumors, bro. That man did not come out and say anything about he want to come to the Knicks or anything.
Spent the first 13 years of his career in Milwaukee, helping.
If he did, I ain't see it.
First NBA title in 50 years. After this year, he has 2 seasons remaining on a 3-year, $175 million extension that includes a player option for the 2027/.
I thought he was in free agent.
A trying year for the Bucks, who are not certainly where they would want to be right now. You see it.
Look at this, bro.
Right now, they would not be
18 and 27.
Right side of your screen
y'all worse than the Hornets. I worse than the Hornets, bro.
This team and quite a few games behind the Hawks.
Look at your Hornets.
Enter the play-in tournament.
Look at this.
As it stands.
And you talking to me?
Is not healthy right now with that.
I'm older than your wins. I'm older than them.
So we continue the conversation, bringing our NBA experts, Sam Quinn and John Gonzalez. And John,
hey, he a passionate Hornets fan. I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't never seen a Hornets fan passionate like that boy.
Injury for Giannis. We're not shocked to have this news come out, but the timing of it just seems.
I ain't never seen.
What do you make of it all?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Bucks landed on the right idea. They just did it at a time that probably wasn't beneficial to them, right? I mean, I think General Manager John Horst is a smart guy, but has mismanaged this thing. The Bucks front office has mismanaged this thing a couple times over, right? I mean, up to and including when they decided to waive and stretch Damian Lillard's contract in the offseason just so that they could add $20 million in dead money over 5 years so that they could bring in Miles Turner and put him next to Giannis Antetokounmpo in the hopes that they could make another playoff run. Well, bad idea on that. And now all of a sudden they've arrived at the idea that they're going to move Giannis when he's got a calf strain right before the trade deadline. So if I'm the Bucks, yeah, okay, yes, you finally arrived at the idea of, yes, you should move on from Giannis. You just did it at a time that is probably not overly beneficial to the organization. Now, they're going to get some great offers up to and including probably the Knicks. The Knicks are the place where Giannis reportedly over the offseason wanted to go to. The Knicks are also reportedly shopping Karl Anthony Towns, who hasn't exactly.
So he said that?
He's having an.
Sorry, Giannis, you can't always get what you want to get. You know what I'm saying? You can't always get what you want to get, Giannis. You're coming home. You know what I'm saying? You're coming home. You know what I'm saying? You can't always get what you want to get, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Luka wanted to stay with them Dallas Mavs, but see how happy he is with them Lakers, right? You know what I'm saying? So you can't always get what you want to get. You know what I'm saying? Best believe that. So you're going to come home. He's coming home. You know what I'm saying? Best believe it. You know what I mean? And then we get to LA, everything going to be just fine, man. Everything going to be just fine, I promise you. You know, yeah, you want this, but you don't know what you're missing out on. You know, like Luka wanted to stay with the barbecues, but he didn't know what the freak he was missing out on. Now you look happy. You know what I'm saying? That boy ain't studying them barbecues no more. You think Luka worry about them dang barbecues now? He happy, man. That boy be hollyin' and jollying and all type of, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never seen Luka this side. That boy be doing all type of stuff he ain't never did before. We ain't never seen Luka this excited when he was with the barbecues. A freak. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? Like I said, bro, you can't always get what you want to get. You know what I mean? You're going to come home.
Awful shooting season. He's been a defensive liability. That would be probably a good trade for both ends. I just think that the Bucks probably should have come to this conclusion much sooner than right now. And if I'm another team, here's the other thing. Getting Giannis, cash-strain Giannis right before the trade deadline when he might not be back until right before the playoffs, if you're on a new team that has playoff aspirations, that worries me too.
Yeah, this should have happened last June. I mean, at that point, you probably could have gotten a haul from Houston, San Antonio, one of these really asset-rich teams in the West. I think that ship is mostly sailed. But if you're operating at the deadline now, there are all of these restrictions that make it harder to make a trade. You've got teams dealing with hard caps. You've got teams dealing with roster size limits. If you wait until the offseason, a lot of these teams that are making draft pick-based offers are going to have access to another year's worth of picks. You've got guys on poison pill rookie extension contracts that suddenly become much easier to trade. Paolo Banchero is a name that gets thrown around a little bit as an option there. I don't really understand why you're acting at the deadline now with the injury. The Bucks kind of have this option to tank out the rest of the season, improve their own draft pick, and then deal with it over the summer. They'd really have to get blown away, at least in my eyes, to make a trade now. It is so much easier over the summer.
As a Magic fan, I would be intrigued by the prospect of having Giannis on the roster, given how tough it's been for Orlando. But the other teams that certainly might be in contention, John, I want to go through probably four, and I'll start with the Knicks number one, who you've mentioned already. What do you think about that fit, and what type of trade would that look like?
Yeah, this is the one that's super intriguing, right? This is the one that in the offseason was rumored to be a possibility that Giannis wanted to go to the Knicks. And now all of a sudden the Knicks are in a situation where they're not exactly where they want to be either, right? Because they went to their first Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years last year. They came in with aspirations of going further, making it to the finals, potentially winning a championship. Well, Karl Anthony Towns is now reportedly being dangled. Now, the Knicks have pushed back on that a little bit. They've downplayed it a little. But this month of January has really, I think, opened eyes to what the Knicks could potentially be in their deficiencies, right? Because Karl Anthony Towns is the self-proclaimed best big man shooter of all time. Well, he's having a pretty bad shooting season, but he's still an all-star caliber player. So swapping these two guys, at least in terms of salary matching, makes a lot of sense. Now, the Knicks depleted their draft capital when they traded for Mikal Bridges. They gave up 5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, so it makes it a little less attractive from the Bucks end because you'd be getting Karl Anthony Towns, and then what? You're getting.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, people don't understand. Like, people be saying Knicks. Do you understand how trades work? Not only, like, people think, okay, yeah, we've seen you a trade, and yeah, we got it. Dude, the Bucks got to agree to the trade. Not just finna just send Giannis away. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? People think, oh yeah, we make offers and it's going to get accepted. That's not how trades work. Both sides have to agree on this. If the Bucks do not agree, you know what I'm saying, with what you're trying to send over, the trade is not going to happen. You know what I mean? But I know that. I know for certain. You know what I mean? Who got the best, who has the best option right now? Them Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Got the best option right now. I don't care what you say. We got the best option. You know what I'm saying? We got the best option. You know what I mean? Just keeping it real with you. You need a guard, and we got you a guard. We got you a guard, Austin Reeves, who was averaging 28 points per game. We got you a guard. You need a guard. You need a shooter, Rui. Hey, look, you screw Ayton. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying? We give you for two, we give you 2 right there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we got the best options. So when I hear that ta-da-dum, ta-da-dum, you know what I'm saying? When I hear that, man, I just know Giannis better be a Laker. You know, we get wherever we want. You know what I'm saying? So we want Giannis. So guess what? We're going to get him. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. We ain't want Luka, but God did.
Second rounders. I'm not sure that would necessarily be enough. As Sam mentioned, I think the Bucks.
I am tired of hearing this. Tired of seeing this man talking about the Hornets, bro.
They're basically having a fire sale right before the trade deadline. We're only a week removed from. But Karl Anthony Towns potentially to the Bucks, and then Giannis to the Knicks. At least from the Knicks' perspective, Giannis Obviously, you'd love to get your hands on him. He'd be great in that two-man game with Jalen Brunson. And then defensively, he'd be a huge upgrade on Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, the big issue for the Knicks here is I don't know why Milwaukee would want Karl Anthony Towns or Mikal Bridges or OG Anunoby. These are guys who are equipped to win now. They're veterans. The Bucks, if they trade Giannis, they're accepting they can't win now. So you probably have to look around the league. Is there a team out there that would give you good assets for Karl Anthony Towns? Is there a team out there that would give you good assets for Mikal Bridges or OG Anunoby? I think the answer is probably yes. You could get positive value for those guys. Could you get 2-3 teams cobbled together a multi-team deal that satisfies the Bucks? My instinct, at least leading up to the deadline, is probably no. Somebody would have to blow Milwaukee away with an offer for one of those guys. Again, I think this gets much, much easier in the offseason. I think there's a wider variety of teams not only willing to trade for Giannis, but willing to trade for any of these guys. So when you're talking about constructing a 3, 4, 5 team trade, that is so hard to do with only a week leading up to the deadline.
Sam, what about the Warriors? How do you like that potential fit? We know their injuries that they have right now. No more Jimmy Butler. How could a trade work there?
Yeah, if I were Milwaukee, I would love to get my hands on those deep future first round picks from Golden State after Stephen Curry, who's 38, presumably retires. If you could get their entire draft.
Okay, all I'm saying is this, right? Why would, you know what I'm saying, why would he go, to the Warriors when he wants to win? You know what I'm saying? Who the freak wants to go to Golden State? Who the freak wants to go to Golden State? You know what I'm saying? You talking about some freaking picks. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna give this man up for just some picks. They want some players, man. They want players. They don't have the players. What, just picks? That's it, picks? All they got is picks? Need some players, man, to come with them picks. And guess who has that? Los Angeles Lakers. These folks, I ain't gonna lie, are delusional.
Right, that's all of their first round picks in even numbered years, 26, 28, 30, and 32, and first round swaps in the odd numbered years. That is a very, very valuable package. Maybe not immediately, but it's something that could set you up 3, 4, 5 years down the line with some of the most valuable draft picks in the NBA. Pairing Giannis with Stephen Curry, I don't know about the rest of the roster, but that duo is about as perfectly fitting together as possible.
Yeah, Luka and Giannis is definitely better than Steph and Giannis. I can promise you that.
Player who generates the most three-point gravity in the entire NBA with the player who generates the most rim gravity in the entire NBA. I think we had an idea that the Giannis-Damian Lillard partnership was going to be like that. It mostly didn't work because both of them needed to have the ball in their hands so much. Well, Stephen Curry doesn't need to have the ball in his hands that much. He's the greatest off-ball player in NBA history. So you have him running his marathon around screens while Giannis is attacking the basket. That opens up everything for everybody else. Even with a weaker supporting cast, I'm at least intrigued enough with that idea that if I could trade all my first round picks to get Giannis, I'm probably doing it.
Yeah, from the Bucks perspective, you'd love to get future Warriors picks, right? Because this thing isn't going to be together in Golden State for that much longer. And I do think the idea of Steph and Giannis together, that's a fantasy basketball dream, right? I mean, seeing those two guys work that two-man game would be really something. The Warriors, though, as they've said, they're a fading dynasty. Does this get them over the line?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. A fading dynasty. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to trade all your picks. You at this point, see, the Warriors, you're playing a now game. You know what I'm saying? You're playing a now game, right? But let me tell you how dumb the Warriors would be. I could see the Warriors doing this. You trade your whole future away for now. So if you don't win now, which you will not, you know what I'm saying? What's your future going to look like with Giannis? Jimmy's gone. You know what I'm saying? Draymond's gone. Steph's gone. So now you're just going to have Giannis and who else? With what picks? So you're thinking about now. So what if you don't win now? What's your future looking like? What if you want to make more draft picks? What, you want to have a draft? You know what I'm saying? Say, we'll worry about that later. You're not winning now. That's what I'm telling you. You're not winning now. You know what I'm saying? You're not winning now. And most definitely, this trade not going to go through before February 5th. So guess what? That's Curry adding on another year. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to win this year. So that's Curry. You know, when summer comes, y'all know NBA don't start until like late. You know, so this year right here, goes through. Summer. And then the NBA season starts like January. So Curry gonna be like, what, 39? Know what I'm saying? Draymond gonna be like, what, 38? They finna be out the door. So you trade away all your picks. You gotta win now. If you don't win now, it was a waste. You're gonna be right back to square one.
Won the supporting cast.
It's gonna be Giannis and who else? And then you gonna trade Kuminga. Kuminga finna get the freak out of there. It's gonna be Giannis and who else? And what draft picks? You better stop thinking about the future. That's what them dumb barbecues did, was thinking about now. You know what I'm saying? And not thinking about the future. Now look at them. Built like a sack of laundry. You know what I'm saying? Look at them now. You know what I'm saying? Pathetic. You know what I mean? Thinking about now, and now you ain't winning now. Now look at your future. Chicken and drums. You play. Dun, 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 dun. Better think about your future before you think about the present. You know what I'm saying? In a basketball perspective, you better start thinking about your future. The thing, what if we don't win now? Everything we just traded away, could have got another Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? We just traded away. We ain't doing nothing.
Greatly weakened by bringing in Giannis and whatever combination of picks that you'd have to send out. Ostensibly, Jonathan Kuminga moves on to the Bucks. He'd get some run. He'd get to have a team and play games and get minutes and put shots up. I do also wonder, though, from the Bucks or from the Warriors' perspective, about the spacing, because Steve Kerr has said over and over and over again that he doesn't like Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green and Jonathan Kuminga on the floor together. Well, Giannis can't shoot either. I guess you just paper that over because he's Giannis, and you just say, let's bring him in and take a shot at this thing and roll the dice, because the time really is limited on the Warriors window with Steph Curry at 37 years old, and if you can get Giannis, you probably do it.
Have about a minute each for this last topic. Thankfully, we're going to skip over the Heat because I don't want to hear about their fans and what everything they have to say with that. Let's go straight to the Lakers here. John,
It's me! I think I'm lying. So we going to be in that discussion. I told y'all, I know your heart dropped when you heard about them Lakers. I know your heart dropped. I know their heart dropped. When they heard that Lake show, when they heard them Lakers, oh my God, heart dropped. You know what I'm saying? They know he ain't going there. Why won't he go here, but he'll go there? Tell me what's more impressive about the Warriors than us. We're literally doing better than y'all this season. Every time we faced y'all in the playoffs, we beat your head in. Last season, we beat you 3-1. Then the last time you was in the playoffs, beat your head in again. Got way more championships. Your franchise, your organization is nothing compared to us. We thrived in every era. You only thrived in one era. You only thrived in one part. That, like, you're pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, Steph Curry is your franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never thrived. You only thrived a short span of time. You know what I'm saying? We thrived in the 80s. Bro, the 70s. Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, late 2000s. Bro, it hasn't been an era we haven't thrived in. You know what I'm saying? Every era we win. Name an era we haven't won. I can name a lot of eras about y'all, though. And y'all era starts now. But them 30 years before you got Stephen Curry, that was a long era. What was you doing in the 70s and 80s and 90s and early 2000s? What was you doing? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. What makes y'all such, Giannis gonna come here, you know what I'm saying, but not to us. What make y'all such cream of the crop? We got way more valuable assets than y'all. We doing way better than y'all this season. But y'all cream of the crop. And he wants to come to the Warriors, but not the Lakers. Boy, you delusionalism.
you first. You got a minute. How would that pairing work?
Yeah, I mean, this is the type of big swing that the Lakers are known for, right? I mean,
You heard him? Oh, you know it. He knows it. This is the type of big swings that the Lakers are known for. He know it too. Look at it.
Work.
Yeah, I mean this is the type of big swing that the Lakers are known for, right?
Right.
I'd love to do that. Now the Lakers have said and have set themselves up to basically clear the decks. They didn't give LeBron James his contract extension over the offseason because he's on an expiring deal, and they want to have as much money as they can for this offseason and especially next offseason when basically everybody except for Luka and then Austin Reeves, who they want to pay this offseason, will be gone. So it's interesting to
We're not paying Austin Reeves, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get that to your thick head. And if we do pay Austin Reeves, we got more money for that. Made crazy money this year. But Austin Reeves will be a bench player.
think about. I love the idea of Giannis in LA. I just wonder if they have enough capital to get this done.
Yeah, I think Giannis makes a lot more sense for the Lakers if he makes it to free agency in 2027. As it stands right now, they only have one tradable first-round pick. Now, that goes up to 3 in the offseason, so now you have a little bit more of a competitive offer, but I think the swing piece here would be Austin Reeves. The trouble with trading for Austin Reeves, if you're the Bucks, is that he's a free agent after the season, and you really wouldn't have much of a benefit of getting his bird rights now. You could offer him a 5-year deal instead of a 4-year deal, but if Austin Reeves doesn't want to re-sign with Milwaukee, if he thinks a team like Washington or Utah or Brooklyn is more attractive, you'd be risking trading for a guy that you're losing for nothing. So I think for now, the Lakers are probably out of it. Maybe we could reevaluate this in the offseason when they have those 3 first-round picks to trade.
It certainly will be hot stove information whenever the Giannis trade becomes official. We'll see wherever he ends up and if it happens before the trade deadline. John Gonzalez, Sam Quinn, thank you so much. Appreciate it as always as we take a look at maybe where Giannis could end up. 4 potential teams: Knicks, Warriors. We talked about them as well as the Lakers. The Heat can be thrown up there. I want to throw out my Magic despite he doesn't help the shooting that we need. But
we in a bidding war. This is a war. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that Lake show up there, man, that's really, really amazing. We're in a war. We have to win this war. So, you know what I mean? If y'all don't know, we do have new ownership. You know what I mean? My Dodgers, the man that owns my Dodgers, you know, the one we finna go on a, you know, three-peat. You know, the one that is signing everybody. The one that the Dodgers owner that's finna make MLB. If y'all don't know, I'm LA gang. I'm laked out. You know what I mean? Dodgeneer, real Dodgeneer. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know, that owner that we had with the Dodgers, oh, he with the Lakers now. Well, that Bush family, they gone. He bought them out. So the owner for the Dodgers, who's finna cause a blackout, you know what I'm saying? Who's finna cause a blackout, who's getting all the freaking stars, oh, he with the Lakers now. L's. You know what I'm saying? So, gonna get real deadly. So seeing that Lakers up there,
for where Giannis could be going before the trade deadline.
You a Hornets fan and you talking about some Lakers cave, bro. I don't even bro, I don't even mention Hornets. You have no reason, you know what I mean, to say you Lakers cave. Fake ops in here, boy. That junk is funny. You know what I mean? Like that junk is funny. You know, it's hilarious. It is so funny. You know what I mean? It's really, really funny, man.